There are some really classic, amazing personal finance books that can change your life. Today, I'm going to share lessons from one of those books. That book is The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins. It is an amazing book about personal finance and investing and just how to use your money to get the thing that you want most in life. So let's look at 5 lessons from that book that are really great and something that is foundational to my personal financial journey and might be useful for you as well. First is save a percentage of every dollar that you make. This is incredibly good advice, and it's great because you can implement it wherever you are at your stage in the journey with finances. When you're in the beginning and you're not making a lot of money, but you have a ton of debt, you feel like you maybe can't save, you can't invest, but with this advice, you can start small. You can save a percentage, even if it's 1%. A lot of people that I worked with previously, they felt like they couldn't put money in their 401k, so it was always advised to put 1% in and get that match, and you can move up from there. But starting small with a small percentage is fine. If that's all you can save, if that's all you can invest, it's just 1%, that's okay too, because you can move up from there. But the goal should be to save some percentage of what you make. Another great lesson from this book is to maintain a high savings rate. So aim for 50%. If you can put away 50% of what you earn and just spend 50% as you go, you're going to build wealth so quickly. It's going to feel so easy. It's very difficult to maintain a 50% savings rate in a normal living situation and very hard in some cities unless you make a ton of money. But this is a goal that we can all work towards. We can start at maybe 1%, we can jump up to 10%, we can go to 20, and then keep working and aim for that 50%. But when you read this book, you realize that if you can get to that 50% and save that much of your income and then invest that money, you are going to build wealth quickly. You're going to be able to achieve things that you never expected. And it's really foundational to building wealth. So that's a great lesson that I learned. And that's something that we're going to be personally working toward to get to that 50% savings rate so that we're putting that much money away from what we're taking home. Another lesson from this book is to avoid fiscally irresponsible people. So if you know people that are bad with money and they are continually bad with money, they don't want to improve, they have very bad financial habits, it's best to maybe avoid them. You don't have to cut off contact completely, you don't have to be a jerk, but if someone continually shows you that they're not trying to improve their life, they are spending irresponsibly and taking on more debt, and they are just living a life that is not conducive to the life that you want, if you're trying to build wealth, you might have to put some distance and some boundaries there. If those people are fiscally irresponsible, if they are not managing their money well, you might need to put boundaries where the time you spend with them is limited, or it's in certain environments and there's certain ways that you are limiting that time so that you're able to focus on spending time with people that are motivational to you, so they are able to encourage you to save money and you do things that help each other build each other up instead of dragging each other down. A lot of times our money habits are easily transferable to the people around us, so if you are someone that spends a lot of money or naturally is a spender, if you spend time with people that love to shop or spend all their time just spending money, then it's gonna be something that rubs off on you. If your favorite hobby with someone is to go shopping and spend money, that is not going to put you on the path to wealth. It is not going to be something that helps you get to that high savings rate and save enough money to build wealth. So that's kind of what that means. And it's a really good lesson, and it's something that you need to evaluate with all of the relationships in your life. The next lesson that is from this book is to avoid money managers. J.L. Collins has the idea that you can manage your money better than anyone else, including advisors. And honestly, I believe this is true. I think that everyone is smart enough to understand things like index funds and able to figure out a good financial path for themselves. And investing can feel really overwhelming to certain people, and it feels like something that they don't understand, but that's only because they haven't taken the time, they haven't sat down, they haven't tried to learn, they haven't taken a course or read a book or anything like that. Once you actually look at the basic concepts, investing is very easy, and you can find a way to manage your money better than paying anyone else. You definitely don't need to be paying big percentages of your portfolio, of your wealth, to someone else to manage it for you, because they honestly probably won't have your best interest at heart. They might, and even when they do, they can still make mistakes. So my grandmother-in-law is an example. She has someone that manages her money because she just never wanted to learn. But recently he took out money, he sold a stock, and it was a good decision, but then he forgot to invest the rest of the money, or he just didn't have time, or something happened where her money was sitting on the sidelines where it could have been growing at an amazing interest rate because the market was so good in the past year, but that money was just in cash. It wasn't losing her any money, but because she wasn't paying attention, she wasn't managing it, she lost a big opportunity with that money. If she had been managing it herself, she would have been able to invest and to even just put in an index fund and get 20-30% over the past year. But instead she lost out on all of that money because someone else was managing her money and she was not aware. I think that it is very true that you are able to manage your money better than anyone else. And you should definitely take the time to learn what all of the terms and confusing investing things are so that you know what is happening with your money. You are definitely smart enough. I find that everyone who just takes the time to learn about the stock market, because it's a different language. Once you learn the language, you're able to speak it fluently and you're able to do all of the things that you need. It's just a language of acronyms and different types of accounts and different types of investment. But once you learn that language, you're gonna be able to manage your money better than anyone else. And the final lesson from this book is one that I really personally took to heart, is that money can buy you anything you want in life. It can buy you anything you want in life, including your freedom. Money is an amazing tool. It can do so many things for your life. It can provide you security. It can provide you safety. It can provide you luxury. It can provide you freedom. Freedom from having to work for someone else. Freedom from having to do things you hate. It is just a tool, and once you have enough money, it's a tool that can allow you to do almost anything. Whatever you personally feel is necessary for you to be happy. Money is just a tool, and once you have enough of it, it can provide you the necessary means to do whatever will make you happiest in life. And for me, buying my freedom is such a big concept that I am chasing, and having enough money set aside that I don't have to worry. So for me, it's actually security and freedom, because I want enough money that I'm not gonna worry, but also enough money that I don't have to work for someone else. I've always been entrepreneurial, and having a 9-to-5 was great. I met a lot of great people. I've done a lot of different jobs in 9-to-5s. I've worked at agencies, I've worked at startups, I've worked at family businesses, corporate places, and none of them really fit me because I've always wanted to just do my own thing and be free and have flexibility. So having enough money, having no debt, having money invested, this allows me to have the freedom and the flexibility to do what I want. And that is something that money can buy you. So those are some of the lessons that I personally took away from The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins. It is a fantastic book. I always recommend it to people. It is very much what I do with my money and the kind of ways I invest and the ways I'm trying to grow my wealth. So if you're interested, I will leave a link down below to buy it on Amazon. It's a great book, and you can also rent it from most libraries. They almost always have it. So it's definitely something you should check out if you're interested in building wealth, or if you're interested in just kind of the mental picture of how to build wealth without being super crazy about it, and also the ways that building wealth can benefit you in your life. So definitely check it out and let me know what you liked about the book and any lessons you may have learned as well. If you're interested in learning more about investing, definitely check out these videos about investing and how to grow your wealth. I am super thrilled to be able to talk about Roth IRAs and different accounts and share what I know about investing and what I know about building wealth so that you guys can do it too. Check them out, and I'll see you over there.